Indigenous Rights Radio, because knowledge is power.
The Nama people of Botswana are a small indigenous community belonging to the wider Khoekhoe cultural and linguistic group of Southern Africa. They live mainly in the southwestern parts of the country, especially around the Kgalagadi region, where their history is closely tied to pastoralism, herding livestock in arid environments. The Nama language, Khoekhoegowab, is known for its distinctive click sounds, though today many Nama also speak Setswana or Afrikaans. Despite their relatively small numbers in Botswana, the Nama have worked to preserve their cultural traditions, oral history, and identity in the face of migration, colonial borders, and modernization. To preserve the Nama language in Botswana and to communicate in the language of the Nama people, a new online Nama language radio station has been launched in 2026. Nicodemus Cooper tells us more.
My name is Nicodemus Cooper from the Nama community in the Kgalagadi district in Botswana. I'm part of the Khoekhoe Nama clan, a part of the Khoekhoe who live in Botswana. I'm involved with the Nama community online radio, where I serve as a relief presenter and content contributor. My role is largely supportive, assisting with program development, sharing research content, contributing indigenous perspectives, and supporting language and heritage-focused programming. I also draw on my background in research and my participation in Cultural Survival Indigenous Journalism Fellowship Program, which I'm currently undertaking until March 2026. The radio station was established in response to a long-standing gap in indigenous representation, language use, and community storytelling. The Nama community in Botswana has limited access to platforms where our voices, experiences, and knowledge systems can be shared in our own languages and from our own perspectives. The online radio creates a safe, community-owned space to revitalize the Nama language, share local knowledge, discuss development and climate challenges, and promote cultural identity while also reaching younger generations who increasingly rely on digital media. The radio serves the Nama community of the Kgalagadi and beyond, as well as the Nama people living outside these areas and across borders. The community is rich in cultural heritage, oral history, and indigenous ecological knowledge, but faces challenges such as language erosion, marginalization, limited access to media platforms, climate vulnerability, and socio-economic exclusion. The radio is intended to strengthen community cohesion, pride, and access to information that is relevant and culturally grounded. The primary language of broadcasting will be Nama-Khubab, also referred to as Khoekhoegowab, as language revitalization is the central goal of the station. In addition, the radio will also broadcast in Setswana and English, which are the official languages of Botswana, to ensure inclusivity, intergenerational reach, and accessibility for wider audience, including youth and partners beyond the immediate community. At present, the radio operates as an online station, which allows us to reach listeners locally and beyond national borders with minimal infrastructure. While there is interest and inspiration to explore FM licensing in the future, this will depend on resources, regulatory processes, and community readiness. For now, the focus is on strengthening content, presenter capacity, and community engagement through the online platform. Some of the key training challenges include limited prior broadcasting experience, technical skills gaps, consistency in content production and access to equipment, and stable connectivity. There is also need for ongoing training in ethical indigenous journalism, storytelling, interviewing skills, and language-sensitive broadcasting. However, these challenges are also opportunities, and partnerships such as those with Cultural Survival are already helping to build capacity in a meaningful way. The long-term vision is for the Nama Community Online Radio to become a sustainable community-led indigenous platform. Future plans include expanding programming, training more community presenters, strengthening language-focused content, and integrating youth and elders into knowledge-sharing programs. We also envision the radio playing a role in heritage preservation, climate awareness, indigenous rights education, and cross-border cultural exchange, while continuing to build partnerships that support indigenous self-representation and media sovereignty. Thank you.
On World Radio Day, we celebrate the start of this radio journey with the Nama people of Botswana. For more on the rights of indigenous peoples, visit cs.org and follow Cultural Survival on social media.